Hello, everyone, and welcome. We'll just give it a few more seconds here to wait for everyone else to log in and join us. So I think we can get started now. Thank you for joining us for this latest in our series of Building Champions webinars. I'm Jonathan Rogers, an executive coach here at Building Champions. And today we're talking about a topic that matters deeply to every organization we work with that wants to build a healthy team and sustainable performance. And that is how to create a culture of belonging. In today's workplace, most people want more than just a job and a paycheck. They want to know that they matter. They want to grow. They want to feel supported by leadership. And they want to be a part of something meaningful. And that is where belonging begins. The Building Champions, we believe better humans make better leaders. That means the health of an organization is shaped by the health and trustworthiness of its leaders. A culture of belonging is built through intentional leadership. Over the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to walk through 5 practical ways in which leaders can promote a culture of belonging in their company. And my hope is that you leave with a stronger framework, a few immediate action steps, and a clearer picture of the kind of culture your leadership can create. Okay, so let's jump in. First, why does belonging even matter? When people experience belonging at work, they're more likely to engage, contribute, collaborate, and even stay. And all of that directly correlates to people that perform and get results. But belonging is not created through slogans or perks. It's created through everyday leadership behaviors. It's all about leadership. It shows up in how clearly leaders communicate vision. It shows up in whether employees feel known and supported. It shows up in how feedback is delivered, how goals are developed, and how open leaders are to hearing the truth about the employee experience. People will always experience an organizational culture through its leaders. So, the first step toward building a culture of belonging is to create a clear vision. People want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. They're drawn to organizations that know who they are and what they stand for and where they're going. When the vision is unclear, people disconnect. When the vision is compelling and aligned, people can see how their work matters. And so a strong vision should be clear, compelling, aligned with long-term goals, and connected to the kind of culture that you want to build. As a leader, ask yourself, can our people clearly articulate where we're heading? Do they understand why it matters? Can they see themselves in that future and even see the unique contribution that they make to bring that vision to reality? Belonging grows when people feel connected to a mission and a vision that is meaningful and shared. But vision alone is not enough. People also need to know what kind of leadership they can expect. And so the second way to build belonging is to meet people's leadership needs. At Building Champions, we believe there are 4 powerful questions that every employee is asking their leader, whether they say them out loud or not. Do you know me? Are you for me? Can you help me? And are you consistent? Those four questions get to the heart of trust. And of course, there can be no sense of belonging without trust. So, do you know me? I mean, do you really know me? That means taking an interest in who your people are as humans, as whole people, not just what they produce. Are you for me? That means people experience your leadership as supportive and not just transactional. They know that you've got their back. Can you help me? That means you invest in their growth with coaching and development and meaningful opportunities. And finally, are you consistent? That means your leadership is stable enough to be trusted. For leaders, this is where belonging becomes very practical. You create belonging by showing your people over time that they are seen, valued, and supported. That way, they trust you, and you can in turn trust them. In your next one on one, and I really hope you are having regular one on ones with your people, consider asking questions like this. What's one professional goal you have for personal growth right now? What support do you need from me or from the company as a whole? Questions like that will begin a great conversation that, if you follow through on it, will greatly increase their feeling that they belong there under your leadership. The third way to promote belonging is to encourage connection. Belonging grows in environments where people feel welcomed, included, and relationally connected. We are all relational beings after all, some of us more so than others, but we all do better when we feel truly connected to the people that we work with. This can look like intentional introductions and connections across teams, relational onboarding experiences, team building conversations and activities, opportunities for informal and that is social connection, and space for remote and hybrid employees to feel included. A connected team knows how to trust, communicate, and engage with authenticity. So here's a quick reflection question for you to consider. Where in your organization are people maybe connected more operationally, but not relationally? And what can you do to create that environment where your people can get to know each other better as humans? It seems simple, but it's not easy. Those are two very different things, aren't they? But it's so important for their sense of belonging where they work under your leadership. Now, the fourth way to build a culture of belonging may surprise you, and it's to prioritize constructive feedback. In order to perform, we all know our people need to hear not just where they're doing well, but where they need to improve. And if it's not done right, though, it can have the opposite effect to building a sense of belonging. When people are feeling exposed to negativity, hostility, or demeaning communication, then psychological safety erodes. But when leaders foster constructive feedback, people feel connected, protected, and challenged at the same time. It's critically important to find that balance between support and encouragement and accountability and challenge. When I think of the most effective leaders that I coach, they're the ones who have struck that right balance and they build a healthy and high performing culture. So, constructive feedback might sound a bit like this. Let's talk about what's not working and how we can improve it. Or, I want to set you up for success, but I see gaps between where you are and where you could be. And then follow up with specifics. And then it's, well, what solution do you see? How can I support your growth here? Or what can we learn from this? As leaders, we set the tone. If we lead with blame, people shut down. If we lead with curiosity and accountability, people grow in ownership and inevitably in a sense of belonging. In this culture that you as a leader have a huge part in building, people grow in confidence and strengthen their skills. And finally, the fifth way to create belonging is to set clear goals and expectations. When employees know what is expected and feel supported in their development, they're more likely to feel secure, valued, and motivated. This means leaders should not only communicate what success looks like, but also help people map out how to get there. That may include co-creating goals and the development plans to achieve them, and then driving accountability to these in your one-on-ones. Establishing measurable milestones, especially shorter term ones. I'm a big fan of setting milestones and deliverables no more than 60 to 90 days out. Keep your people focused on delivering on them and then align with them on the next set of milestones. Recommending resources to help them along the way and creating stretch opportunities for them that cause them to be challenged and grow in their roles. And finally, helping team members connect today's effort to tomorrow's growth. Belonging deepens when employees believe that you see their potential and are willing and committed to helping them grow. That's one reason coaching leadership is so powerful. Taking a coaching approach creates a structured environment where people are both challenged and supported and developed in a way that benefits both the individual and the organization. So, if I were to summarize today's presentation in one sentence, it might go something like this. A culture of belonging is built when leaders consistently help people feel seen and heard, connected, and both supported and challenged. The 5 ways we covered today are to create a clear vision, meet your people's leadership needs, encourage connection, prioritize constructive feedback, and set goals and expectations. These may sound simple, but they require intentional leadership and consistency and discipline over time. It takes focus from you as the leader, because in the end, if you want your people to feel like they belong, it's almost exclusively on you as their leader. It's not something you can delegate or to defer to others like HR or your own boss if you have one. You own this and you can do it. At Building Champions, we work with individuals and organizations who want healthier leaders, stronger teams, and cultures that produce lasting impact. So that's why our work focuses on self-leadership, team effectiveness, and organizational impact. Because when leaders grow from the inside out, teams feel it, culture reflects it, and organizations are strengthened as a result. So thank you again for being here with me today. If this presentation surfaced challenges or opportunities in your own organization, we'd love to connect and continue the conversation with you. Building Champions partners with organizations through executive coaching, leadership coaching, team workshops, team coaching, and executive retreats designed to help leaders and teams thrive. We'd be glad to help you explore what building a stronger culture of belonging could look like in your organization. If you scan the QR codes here to learn more and schedule a discovery call, we could talk about your leadership culture, your team development goals, and the kind of support that would really best serve your people. So thank you again for joining us. Take care and have a wonderful day.